What a world for us healers to live in. You're obviously watching this video because you're either a healer, called to be a healer, or interested in being a healer. I think that you can't really necessarily become a healer or be a healer. You are a healer. Most of us come to this world just born into that. And I think if you're here, you're probably in the wounded modality healing, which is what I have spent I'm 56 years old now, 57 soon, and I've spent the last, I don't know, long time, since my early 20s, working on what I thought first was a healing, and secondly, learning to become a healer and what that meant. And being a natural born healer, that's what I'm calling it now, because it's something that comes from within you. And when all of us have a unique healing modality trapped within us, something that is unique to us, something that we're really keen to bring the world. And mine is the emotional world and emotional mastery and creating an abundant life. That's what I'm here to bring the world. And I wanted to talk today about how important it is to feel seen, because as a child, we are programmed to understand the world through what we see and what we understand from what we're shown, which is, little boxes like I have to learn things this way or this modality, or I'm from this lineage, or I'm this kind of person, or I'm a Christian, or I'm a Hindi, or whatever. And for us to find our own way is actually really difficult. But if you're here, it's because you're a healer and you're going to have to find your own way. For us to understand how to support other people and what I want to define now before I sort of go into how supporting other people, and that is I want to define what I'm calling healing. Healing is basically just how do I deal with my emotions as a human being, right? Because as a human being, there are things that are always going to happen, difficult things, hard things, painful things that are always going to happen to us. And how do we deal with it? How do we choose our reaction rather than reacting to life? And how do we feel peaceful with the really painful things that have happened and the things people call trauma? Like, how do we stop that kind of painful things that have happened to us imprinting the rest of our lives? And us healers are here to support people to learn how to be authentic selves and to bring our amazingness to the human condition and to the human way of being. When I say amazingness, I mean all us humans, being able to bring our spirit side, our true self, into this human experience. I wanted to talk a little bit about what it's like to have people under your wing that you're supporting when you're a healer, particularly if they're healers themselves. Because I guess I've always looked for that. I've always looked for people I could work with. I've got my colours on today. This is my business, and I'm a horticulture. I run a horticulture business with my best mate, and I run landscaping and do that sort of thing and work with plants all day. I took a year off healing to do this business because it was so difficult to help people all the time. And now what I'm realizing, it's because I need to help healers. And when you are a healer, what happens is that lots of things come up for you to deal with and heal, and lots of painful stuff comes up, and we can't deal with it like other people. So we need to have people that can hold our hands, that can see where we're at, because we have to, as healers, tread paths, particularly some of us that are trailblazers, which I definitely have been, that's hard. It's not an easy thing. But if you're a trailblazer, you have to go where no one's gone before. Sounds like I'm part of Star Trek or something, but it actually is true. It's like you have to walk a path. Well, I had to walk a path and I didn't understand what I was doing. And I was always looking for someone to hold my hand. And as a healer and a supporter of other healers, being able to hold their hands, because I haven't found people that could see where I was at. Finding someone that could see where I was at was really powerful. And for someone to feel into me and know where I'm at and be able to hold my hand and reach out to me when I need them to, I would have loved that. And it's been really special to be able to do that for other people. I was going to tell a story the other day about what had happened, and I'm going to tell this story now. So if you watch my other video, this is the story. The story is that I was talking about one of my clients with my partner, and my partner didn't know this client, hasn't met a lot of my clients, hasn't been around, hasn't known me as a healer really. So it's a pretty newish relationship. And anyway, I was telling the story about this particular partner, and I met them when they were about 21 years old. And I was talking about them, and I was sort of, I don't even remember what I was saying, but in the middle of it, I went, oh, wow. She was like, what? I'm like, oh, she's pregnant. And so I straight away said, I've got to call her. So I rang her straight away, and I didn't get through. So I left a text message, and I said, please call me. I just want to see how you are, but I really need to talk to you today. Please call me when you can, if you have a moment. And she rang, and I said, honey, how's your health? I mean your health in a good way. There's a good thing happening, isn't there? And she goes, yes, I'm pregnant. I went, oh my God, congratulations. I said, I didn't want to say congratulations just because, and she's like, you knew? And I'm like, yes, I did. And then she was talking about what that's like, being held. How important that is. And I was talking about how I'm coming into YouTube again and how I'm coming back to healing, but I'm going to really be focusing on healing healers and healing people that want to really heal from pain and do the strong work. And she was saying, oh, thank God, I've been waiting for you to come back. And I was like, did you know I was going to come back? She's like, yeah, I knew. And I said, oh, wow. And she said, yeah, and her quote was, once you've tasted Catriana, you can't go anywhere else. Which is kind of funny because she did. She went to another spiritual community for a while, and was there for, I don't know, a year or something. And it really depleted her. Her marriage was on the rocks, like all of this stuff supported her out of that community just because she needed love and support to come out of it. And I did it just because I cared about her and I knew something was wrong, and I reached out to her. And I do that with quite a number of the people that I've been working with for years. Now, she is now 34, so do your maths, people. 34, she came to see me when she was 21. It's a long-term commitment of client, healer, teacher sort of relationship, and it's amazing and beautiful, and I can't wait to blossom that on the internet and have a community of people that are connected to each other and wanting to heal, wanting to move forward together. Because if you can find a community of people where people can really see you and see what's going on for you or feel what's happening for you and then support you, because quite often we need reflection. When we're in something and we're really in the thick of it, we can't necessarily see it. It's like, have you seen when people fall in love? Sometimes we don't even know we're fallen in love until everyone around us is going, oh my God, you're in love. And you're like, really? Am I? And then it's obvious that you are. But anyway, so if you're interested in doing more healing work on yourself, what I suggest is that you work on healing whatever thing that you are healing from. So if you feel unloved, work on what does it feel like to be loved. If you have had pain or you have been really broken or really hurt, what does it feel like when you can really rely on somebody? What does it feel like to be really whole? Work on the opposite of that at the moment. So I really want to send that message out to you guys. Work on whatever the opposite is of the thing you want to heal. Okay, because one of the things as healers is quite often, if you're here, you're the wounded healer, probably, most likely, which means that we have to go through whatever it is that we're going to teach and support people with. And mostly we have to kind of look at it from many angles. So sometimes we have to go through the same thing, heartache, pain, whatever, several times before we're okay, because we need to feel it on all angles. So if you are in the wounded healer modality, you really have to be working on yourself all the time, but not in a like full-on way. Working on yourself can be things like being outside. Like as I am doing this video, I'm also supporting myself, listening to the beautiful birds in nature, really reminding myself how freaking lucky I am to live here. What a miracle it is. And I'll tell that story another time as to how I ended up living in this absolutely glorious place. I'm going to pick this up and just show you how absolutely glorious this place is. It's so beautiful. I live in the most stunning place. Yeah, beautiful ferns, beautiful birds, beautiful animals, and yes, glorious place. And I would tell the story of how I ended up there. But that was definitely through healing myself and through trusting and giving myself what I needed, which is I feel loved, I feel supported. God is my provider, and God meaning, the source energy or whatever you want to call it. But I like the word God. To me, I'm old-fashioned. It's just my thing. Anyway, nice to talk to you. I will talk to you again soon. If you are interested in becoming part of a healing community of healers, let me know, because I'm going to start one up soon. I'm also going to start doing some little taster classes very soon, so that people can have a go at what it's like to be in community with me and sit in circle and be seen and see other people and watch people heal and get piggyback rides. Quite often, if you're in a process group and you see somebody heal, you can have a healing from the piggyback experience of watching them heal. It's incredible. Anyway, I will talk to you all soon. See you later. Bye.